It's about how big, usually big, existing organizations do new things. How they adopt new business models, launch new products, redefine their brands. They don't compete kind of on a business as usual basis. In this class, we don't so much care about how Intel comes out with its next most powerful chip, as they've done for 30 years, but rather when they want to redefine how they compete and they start doing mobile chips or embedded intelligence in things like washers and dryers and cars, how that kind of would play out as a new business model and a new technology architecture. So you might be leaving behind the things that have made you strong for decades, or you might be actually running counter to the things that have made you strong for decades. Your capabilities in one era become disabilities in the next era of competition. Creative team management. What I meant by that is doing a process like this within your own company. People are training themselves for their own individual careers, and at times that might be for a product company or service company. At times it might be they might want to be an entrepreneur and come up with their own product or service. So I hope people can get at least a few patterns of these innovators and the way things play out both internally to companies, because a good chunk of what we talked about was the way companies build up their internal mechanisms for innovation. You can't just say that the company that's doing their market research and their staffing and their funding and their strategy development process the same way they've done it for 20 years. You can't just demand, have innovation on command from that company. You have to gain an appreciation of there's certain, kind of workings of that internal watch that you need to change out. So paying attention to those resources, processes, and priorities or values inside of a company is important. I guess the second thing on that external and consumer-facing side is the way that a lot of that marketing knowledge and that consumer insight can be repurposed to help them achieve other goals in their career.